Um, what was the best putt of all of them that you made today, you think?
Um, Probably. I mean, it's funny. Probably the putt or the bogey putt on 12 was about a 5-footer. There's hardly any grass on the greens right now. They're so fast, and that putt could have wiggled offline, and making a double there on essentially a birdie hole on the 12th would have been terrible. So making that was huge because that's kind of one of those momentum putts, and then I proceeded to birdie 5 of the last 6.
Struggles on Bermuda greens, was it just Bermuda in general or just the ones here?
What's funny is I've had good weeks on Bermuda greens and not so good weeks. It's just more I haven't putted on them. Where I live in Arizona, it's either bent or overseeded grass, and then all the West Coast is Poana, and then I didn't play any tournaments leading up to this, so I just haven't been on Bermuda in a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one of the 5 birdies on the last 6 holes was the most pleasing for you?
I would say I always a stat I always love to try to excel at and do well is a bounce back, and so birdieing 13 after bogeying 12 was huge. It was kind of a pretty straight putt, and straight putts from 20 feet are so hard to make. And I mean, we played just inside right, and it stayed right where we wanted, and literally the last roll went in. So that was just huge because it's always nice to bounce back after a bogey.
You talked about love-hate relationship with this place. Do you remember your first time here and what you were thinking leaving that week?
Yeah, I left early on a Friday and said I don't think I'm ever coming back, and I wouldn't have come back, but it's a signature event and hard to turn down coming to an event like this with all the best players. So last year I played it, and honestly, to be honest, I really didn't have high expectations going into last year, and I hit it really good and found myself kind of in the top 25, and I said, okay, our game's progressed where I feel like I can play here. So I kind of carried the same mentality into this week, and honestly, for me, making the cut and to be where I'm at is a win on a course that maybe traditionally hasn't been my favorite.
And I mean, your wins are a major 2 signature events. You're in contention in another one. Is there something about bigger events that you feel like you excel at?
Not particular. I think it's
Good timing.
just good timing. I hope I continue to do that in these big events with the amount of points and money that there is. It's nice to time it correctly.
What reactions have you heard to the Netflix episode on you?
Thus far, only thing I really know is from my friends and family, and they all gave me great feedback and said they were pretty emotional and loved it. And so, yeah, all good stuff thus far.
Wyndham, there's been a few 80s out there, and it is a hard day. Did you see 9 birdies at the start of your round?
I like to always think there's 9 birdies out there, but no. This golf course is one of the toughest courses on tour. There's no hole that just is, there's no hole that just feels like a birdie. You have to always, kind of sack up and hit a great shot, and if you do, then it becomes a birdie hole. Hole 6 is a great example. You got to hit a great tee shot, and then you have to hit a great second shot, but then once you do that, it's a birdie hole. So, yeah, 9 birdies out here didn't seem realistic, and so I really didn't even know I made 9 birdies until someone told me.
So we should say that you sacked up a lot today.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't know if you can write that or say that, but yeah.
Can.
Yeah, but
the other thing you've got, I've lost track on it. I think there's 5 or 6 guys now at 7, and a bunch of guys at 6, and there you go. But what would it take on the weekend, assuming Bay Hill does what it usually do, to separate? Does it take?
Honestly, I bet you if I shot even par, you'd be in the top 5 and have a chance to win. Tomorrow's supposed to have some wind and be hot, so it's going to get firmer and faster, which it's already doing into the greens. And so even par tomorrow would be fantastic. And then looks like maybe a little rain on Sunday, so it might ease up. But yeah, if you said, hey, you shoot 3 under on the weekend, I'd take it because I think that would have a really good chance on the last couple holes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, guys.